Hi, this is RGK. Today I'll show you a very unique game, the Textorcist. It's a mix between a bullet hell and a typing game, in which you have to type on your keyboard in order to attack demons. As the game might also get released on consoles, I tried it out with a gamepad for a few minutes just to see. Turns out that it works very differently. Instead of having the whole alphabet on buttons A, B, X, Y, the game shows 2 letters at a time and you have to pick the right one with left and right bumpers. It works, but it's a lot less fun than with the keyboard. There are a few other typing games, such as the rail shooter Typing of the Dead from the series House of the Dead, except that in the Textorcist it's very well integrated to the game mechanics and to the theme, as we have to chant biblical verses to exorcise demons. Arrow keys are used to move around and dodge, so while you have your right hand on movements, you try to type the words displayed on the screen with your left hand, or you let go of the movement keys to focus on typing with 2 hands. If you don't know very well where each letter is located on your keyboard, this game will be a true nightmare for you. Each time that you get hit by a projectile, the Bible, that was sort of a shield, falls out of your hands. Then you have a few invincibility frames, but if you get hit right after that, you lose one of your 3 health points. So you have to be really careful, you are vulnerable while you are on the way to your Bible. Problem is, if you take too much time, it resets the verse that you were chanting. Thing is, your attacks only work once you finish the sentence. This means that if you lose the Bible, you must sometimes make a choice between losing a health point so that you can resume your sentence where you left off, or risk resetting a complicated verse in Latin. Between the danger of picking up the Bible and the choice to stop and type with 2 hands or type with 1 hand while walking, you are always involved in moment-to-moment decisions, and it's one of the reasons why this game works very well and it's so thrilling. Not only are the base mechanics very well done, but also the game constantly adds new stimulating situations that renew the experience. First, each demon shows several phases. Then, each fight brings a new way to mess with you. For example, one of the demons will hit you with puke, which will hide the letters that you should type. Another demon stomps on the floor, which turns your sentences upside down. Another one has you catching fire and losing letters that you already typed if you are not quick enough. Trying to manage the sentences to write in English, Latin or gibberish while dodging a swarm of projectiles is very exciting. But also extremely difficult, and I must say that this is a super hardcore game. There is a scoring system with online leaderboards, and when I arrived at the final boss I saw that only about 200 people went this far. You can count between 5 and 10 hours to reach the ending according to your skills with a keyboard and pattern learning. If you're interested in this concept, but you don't want to buy a game that will be a pain to complete, you can try the demo. There are 2 easy battles. To give you an idea of how much fun I had while playing this game, I started the demo, then I played through the start again for the retail version and I enjoyed it again. Then I screamed in pain over difficult fights from the moment when I was fighting the first true demon at the feet of an erupting volcano. From then on, you cannot afford to make mistakes anymore. Then I fought another huge beast under the Coliseum and I encountered a bug that corrupted my save file. I was forced to lose several hours worth of my tears. Did I get angry that I had to play through the same game again? No, because it's so good that I was still enjoying myself, and this time I obliterated that demonic butts. This was a perfect transition. As while I was praising the game for being so fun, I introduced its only flaw: it's not technically smooth. The framerate can sometimes take quite a beating. The game can brutally slow down for a few seconds against some bosses that fill the screen with their projectiles. Thankfully, it's rare enough not to kill the fun. Another issue is bugs, such as the one that corrupted my save file, and it only happened because I exited the game from the wrong location. I will tell you where, so that you don't make the same mistake as I did. Right after the Coliseum fight, you must take the small trapdoor towards the top of the screen, so that the game saves your progress correctly. As a general rule, after beating a boss, try not to leave the game before you see the score screen, as the issue seems to be when the game recognizes that you beat a boss, but did not save your location at the right place. Moving on to the last aspect of the game that I wanted to cover, everything that is not actual combat. The pixelated graphics are well in tune with other Game Maker games such as Hotline Miami, plus there are lots of cool gory details and nice animations, while everything is enhanced by a blood-pumping electro-industrial soundtrack. You can really feel the horror vibes, but the game spins it with a nice touch of humor. You play as an old and jaded private exorcist that will not hesitate before attacking a vegan metal band during their show, and the lines of dialogue are very well written and constantly entertaining. Just less fun during the second half of the game as storytelling takes over. I really enjoyed this story, and I also liked following these characters during their journey. The game has a tendency not to waste any time and quickly move from one fight to the next. There are no long maze-like levels. The only times when you have to walk a bit, it's short and entertaining, straight to the point fun rather than padding the length. What you should expect are a few scenes in which you conduct an investigation, nothing too complicated, but well done. To conclude, I had a blast with the Textorcist. Well-rounded game mechanics, titanic fights that constantly renew the experience, challenging difficulty, and interesting intermediary scenes in between the fights. Even though I was sometimes pestering against brutal phases, I was captivated from start to finish, even when I had to play through the same sequences again. A great game, the only flaws are technical and due to the limitation of the engine. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Bye!